Item 10F, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a construction contract with Integra Construction Services, Inc. for the City Park Restroom Replacement Project in the amount of $1,085,092, approving a construction contingency of $165,000 and a total project budget in the amount of $1,460,093, and appropriating $765,000 from General Fund Capital Reserve. Carrie?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council. The Public Services Director, Jimmy Tan, and I will be jointly presenting this item this evening. The city's capital improvement program budget includes replacement of the lower and the upper restrooms at City Park. The existing restroom facilities were constructed in 1962 before San Bruno City Park established itself as a regional destination that hosts not only San Bruno residents but visitors from throughout the Bay Area. Today, City Park and its restrooms are used by thousands of residents and visitors each year who come to enjoy Community Day in the park, concerts and movies in the park, its 13 picnic areas, 4 tennis courts, 3 ball fields, 2 children's play areas, and beautiful setting. Sadly, staff routinely receives complaints on the condition and size of the restrooms. When built approximately 55 years ago, the facilities were constructed with materials which today require constant maintenance. Due to the nature of these materials and despite daily maintenance, the restrooms look dingy, worn, and unwelcome. The restroom stall partitions, toilets, sinks are not designed to withstand the constant use and show their age and wear. The exterior of the building is unwelcome and is often mistaken for a maintenance shed. The existing electric panels, which service not only the restrooms but also the ball diamond fields, are outdated, are not energy efficient, and the wiring is hazardous to repair and maintain due to the high voltage of the field lights. Through this project, both the lower restroom facilities near Laura Field and Diamond 2 and the upper restroom facility near Diamond 3 and the Beckner Shelter will be demolished and replaced with a new prefabricated restroom facility. To better serve City Park visitors, especially during peak times, on weekends and throughout the summer months, the lower and the upper women's restroom will each benefit from the addition of 1 toilet. The upper men's restroom will receive 1 additional urinal, and the lower restroom trough urinals will be converted into 2 private individual men's stalls. Additional sinks will be added to both the lower and the upper men's and women's restrooms. These additional amenities have not significantly contributed to an increase in the overall project cost, and these new facilities will comply with current ADA standards. The rectangular shape of the prefabricated restroom structures provide for an opportunity to offer additional storage in City Park. The lower restroom includes approximately 100 square feet of additional storage, and the upper restroom approximately 75 square feet. Sports organizations who use City Park regularly express a need for additional storage containers for field and sports equipment. For safety and space reasons, these storage requests have not been approved. The additional storage offered in the restroom structures will provide much needed space for ball diamond chalk, tools, balls, umpire equipment, and bases. The new restroom facilities incorporate vandalism hardened facilities, flooring, and partitions. Partitions will be constructed of split block. Plumbing fixtures will be of heavy gauge grade stainless steel. Doors and jambs will be fiberglass reinforced, and toilet paper, hand dryers, and soap dispensers will be shielded to limit vandalism damage. The concrete floor and masonry components will be sealed to prevent odor, moisture, oil, and stains. Though these amenities added approximately $10,000 to the overall project cost, these costs will be recovered over time by reducing the frequency of maintenance and replacement. Additionally, the new plumbing fixtures will be water-saving devices to support conservation, and the new electric panels will support energy conservation. Both the Parks and Recreation Commission and Architectural Design Review Committee reviewed the restroom layout and design. The Parks and Recreation Commission unanimously recommended the City Council approval of the proposed design and expressed appreciation that the new design includes additional restroom facilities. Commission Chair and Vice Chair were unable to be here this evening because of Valentine's Day, but asked that I pass along to the City Council their hope that the project will be approved this evening. The Architectural Design Review Committee also provided input on the facilities and asked whether a family restroom had been considered, requested the pitch of the roof to be increased if possible, and recommended minor aesthetics modifications to the exterior, which were included in the final design. An increased roof pitch was not a design feature that was an option, and the family restroom was not included as the overall size of the structure and cost would have increased. The Public Services Director will now speak about the public bidding process and outcome.
Great, thank you. The project was advertised twice in the San Mateo County Times in December, and notice to bidders were sent to about 100 contractors. On the bid opening day, the city received 3 bids for the project, ranging from $1.1 to $1.3 million. The lowest bid was from Integra Construction Services in the amount of $1,085,092, which was approximately $75,000 higher than the engineer's estimate. Integra Construction has completed numerous projects involving site preparation of prefabricated buildings for agencies such as Fremont Unified School District and Livermore Community College District. Staff contacted the references provided by the contractors and received positive feedback. The general consensus from the public agencies' references was that the bidder is responsive and cooperative. The agencies also indicated that they will be willing to work with Integra Construction again on future projects. Staff is recommending to award the project to Integra Construction. There will be some impacts to the use of the park facilities during construction. Picnic areas 2 and 3 near the restrooms, lower restrooms may be unavailable for rent, and the area near Diamond 3 for upper restroom will likely be used for access for delivery and construction of the restroom, since the ingress and egress is limited. Some pedestrian walkways may need to be rerouted during construction as well. However, temporary restrooms will be provided for park users during construction. As for physical impact, staff is recommending to include 15% construction contingency to address potential unforeseen site conditions, and 10% for staff project management and construction inspection. And since the construction will require new electrical service and installation of new power pole, an estimate budget of $100,000 is also included for the work by PG&E. And electrical service needs to be upgraded because the existing 400 amp service is insufficient to provide power to the new components in the restroom. Staff contacted the PG&E and was told that in order to provide a larger amp service, the new power pole will need to be installed as well. So therefore, the total cost for this project is approximately $1.4 million. In the fiscal year 2016-2017 CIP budget includes an allocation of $750,000 from the general fund capital reserve to complete the design, and currently we have a carryover balance of $695,000, which is insufficient to cover the construction phase. So we're requesting an additional appropriation of $765,000 to cover the entire construction budget. So this concludes our presentation, and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Any questions for staff?
To the chair.
Okay.
It'd be interesting to know how much those bathrooms cost 50 years ago. $1 million bathrooms. I'm assuming that it includes the slab. Although, I mean, I've looked through the staff report and it says the prefab building, but obviously it's not a prefab slab that comes with the building. So you go to a catalog and you've picked the prefab components of this building, and then you've hired a general contractor who is going to be Integra Construction Services to actually put it all together. Okay, so Integra doesn't do any, I mean, they're just going to get the components from the company. They get delivered and built, okay? I'm assuming this. Yeah,
I can respond if you're...
Pardon?
Okay, I can respond.
Yeah.
Yes, the Integra, the restroom is prefabricated. The restroom company will be doing the installation of their restrooms, and the Integra Construction will be required to do the site prep for the
concrete slab and the rough
exactly.
plumbing that comes up.
Exactly,
Yeah,
the site
okay.
utilities and site preparation.
And then my other question is that, I mean, and looking at how it just, the cost just grew, I just realized that up at Diamond 3, there is no walkways. It's grass field, and then there's a landing at isn't there? Or maybe a little bit of asphalt. So is there a plan to do maybe some significant pathways to get to that restroom?
There's some concrete work that's going to be installed around both of the restrooms actually to tie back to the walkway structures.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
all right. Yeah, because at the park, I don't see a problem, but, and then as far as placing it in its place, there's going to be a time when there's a bunch of porta potties around, handicap ones and cleaning stations and stuff? Fun, okay. Thank you.
Through
Anyone
the
else?
chair.
Irene?
Thank you. That was part of my question, because you have construction starting here in July, which of course is going to be a very busy time. So do you have any time frame how long this is going to take, the prep and the actual getting it all together? And the second piece of that is, are they going to do both at the same time, or are they going to take one out and put the new one in, and then take the other one out and put the new one in?
That's a great question. Right now, we haven't really discussed the construction phasing with the contractor yet, but I think what we anticipate to do is to have, well, demolition, to do it all at once, since they're already mobilized, and have portable toilets, around the areas for the park users to use. As far as the schedule, there's a lead time to get these restrooms fabricated, and that's what we're working with right now. We're trying to expedite that to hopefully to be able to get these restrooms in before July.
Okay.
And so we're trying our best to do that.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm sorry.
Rico?
You said by July or started in July?
No, in by July.
Completed in?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think that one of the major events they have is the July 4th Dale Wilson Tournament for the Pee Wee League. So as a thought, I know there's might be some community day. So just to keep all of that in the bigger scheme of construction and what have you. And to the Vice Mayor's point about the pathway, it is true over Diamond 3, if you come from Beckner, Area 14, you have somewhat, but anything else, there is nothing around. So that is something that really needs to be looked on how we're going to tie it in, because even from Diamond 3, once you get off the asphalt to go up the walkway, there truly isn't anything current. So has that been also attributed in this as far as budgetary?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Marty?
Yeah, I didn't realize bathrooms were that expensive. I mean, they're more expensive than houses. But yeah, my serious question is though, any investigation into solar? I don't think there's probably much use of electrical power out there. I mean, maybe are there hand blowers? But if we were to look at getting into solar, which we all should be looking into, that maybe that $100,000 that we're going to pay for the PG&E new pole, that we could. And there was somebody that showed up at the community forum meeting this weekend that was really interested in that. So I just wanted to. That's separate from the bid, though, right? So
Correct.
I would like, if possible, for staff to look into using solar for powering our new bathrooms.
Okay. Anything else? Would someone like to introduce the resolution for these desperately needed facilities? Marty?
I'll introduce it.
Councilmember Marty Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Councilmember Rico Medina.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ibarra.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.